So now that I've got it running correctly, I've been focusing mainly on the cooling system and then stuff like the oil return from the cylinder head. At this point, it's all just really little piddly stuff. That stuff, as you guys all know, the last 20% takes 80% of the time. So I just got that factory oil return back in place. I don't know why that steel hardline was so far down. It's not supposed to move at all, but mine was way out of the way. This is pretty much where the coolant bottle is going to sit, just up a little bit more. I'm not really digging how this hose looks. I'm not really sure what I can do about it at this point. Hopefully it'll kind of plump up a little bit once it gets some cooling system pressure though. From this capillary over the top of the radiator over there, I think I'm going to go with either some stainless steel or some brass hard tubing, and probably paint it black either way. But run it across and then do that last 270-degree sweep onto the nipple on the radiator. The only other thing I thought of was I could potentially tap into the top of this and just run a 90 out and then cap over there. I may still do that if I don't think that other solution looks elegant enough. I was able to get the proper gauge sender installed. Your options here basically are to tap the housing M14 by 1.5, or you can die down the e30 sensor to M12 by 1.5. I chose to just ream it out a little bit further and go with the M14. Probably the biggest accomplishment of today, other than cleaning up the shop a little bit, and you can just barely see down in there. I should probably shut this off and turn on the light, but I have the heater hoses installed now. Those are actually pretty easy to do. You can run one of the factory E46 M3 hoses, and the other one I used two E12 535i hoses with a coupler on it, and it worked really well. So that I'm very satisfied with. The car runs amazing. At some point, I'm probably going to see if I can fit the actual wire in here into the factory E30 M3 or the 318IS harness cover, just because it looks a little more elegant. Still have to get the E30 radiator mount on here. I don't want to run zip ties like when I bought the car. Not sure what they were thinking there. I don't think I did anything underneath, but still looking pretty good up here. I did put some coolant in it. Not enough to really do much, but I didn't feel right even running it for 15 or 20 seconds without much coolant in it. So we're definitely getting there. Just a lot of little stuff. I still have to find some, I think they're M4 or M5, just teeny metric bolts to fit in here, the cold air. I also need two for the door handle on the passenger side. So I have a brand new one of those, but the hardware is no longer available from BMW, so that's pretty cool. I don't know, nothing too special. Just kind of going through everything as I can here, and we're getting there. But boy, that last little bit is it's taking a lot out of me. So stay tuned. Sorry for the slow and kind of boring updates at this point, but really there's not that much left of the project as we have basically a running driving car. Oh, there is one more thing. I have to bleed the clutch again. I did not do a good enough job, and right now when it's on the ground running, push the clutch in and you can feel the synchro move the car a little bit, but the clutch is just not bled at all. So luckily I have a procedure for that, which I'll probably show you guys. Kind of interesting one person way to do it that actually is very effective. Just learned through trial and error. So stay tuned for that. But I'm just going to keep cleaning up the shop here for right now, and we'll get back to this thing as soon as I can. But kind of a busy couple of weeks and then a vacation coming up here, so might be a little few and far between for a while, but that's because the car is basically done, so you can't blame me too much. Thanks always for watching.